hate to disappoint you. Huh? You triggered my trap card!
What's up, nerds and nerdettes and reading nerdlings are? It's your buddy Big John and G, the Two Gun Picture presents Legendary Gaming! What's up, everyone? Did you enjoy that unboxing yesterday? Wow, I've been waiting to see this. Well, today, I'm going to show you how to set up Secret Unknown Stuff Escape from Dulce. I'll see you down at the table. Building that tower was really exciting. And now that we have the towers built, you have both of them built, and of course, level 6 of the board, which isn't part of the towers, that's the sub basement, so to speak, where your party is going to be starting from. We have that set up. Why don't we, I would like to take a look at another 2 important boards before we get into the character file folders. So here we have the alarm level as well as the encounter decks. So I want to show you how this gets set up first. Because the level you're dealing with, if you are starting the game from scratch, level 6, only deals with encounters from cards types 1 and 2, you will set up, after shuffling, you will set up encounters 1 and 2 in their appropriate drawer piles, leaving these spaces here for the discards. Also, because of the current level we are on, we would be dealing with loot cards from number 1. Now, depending on whether you are using the short or the long campaign, will determine where the man in black will be starting on this alarm level, such as the first, I believe, or the 3rd spot. So for this basic game, we'll be starting the first spot in green. The combat tracker here is what you're going to be using to track initiative as well as combat, and it's going to help you find out exactly who it is you're battling. Each of the 5 different enemy types, as found on the different levels from 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, are represented here. The first level is the man in black. Don't worry about that now. Right there, see that? So you're going to take these and you're going to shuffle them up, and then you're going to put each one of these decks right where they belong, in the order that they are going to be coming out in. So first, the lizard men, then the grays, the human guards. I got these upside down. I can't do that. I cannot leave these upside down. It's going to drive me crazy knowing that I did that. All right. The human guards of Dulce, the aberrations, the genetic mutations that have been created there, and finally the level 2 opponents, and that's the robots. And then, depending on whether you are playing a short campaign or an epic campaign, you're going to place down tokens for your clones. In this case, going with the short campaign, we'll be putting out 4 clones. This is like a classic video game where you have X amount of lives, usually 3, unless you get freebies and multiple extra lives. And this is the same way. As long as you have clones left, if somebody dies and the cloning station has been found, you can just take this off and they are cloned. But that will be discussed in detail in the next video coming up, the how to play video. But this is how you set up the combat tracker board. During the actual how to play, you will see how the combat tracker does keep track of initiative. Then, off to the side of the board, but still within easy reach, you're going to want to set up the Standees for the monsters, aliens, aberrations, mutations, and other enemies you'll be fighting. The rulebook, visually in the picture, suggests something that we here at Two Gun Pixie highly agree with, and that is keep the Standees in numerical order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the boss. You'll find the numbers off to the side, right there, number 1. And this is because each of the 7 cards that could be drawn are a little bit different from each other. So card 1 specifically is referring to one particular Lizard Man sentry or guard. Grab the stack of commanders or bosses, and you're going to leave this within easy reach of the game board as well. Now that you have the game boards and all the components set up, now we get to take a look and see who everyone wants to play. So let's say the two-headed psychic cow Snippy Von Bell catches your attention and you want to use him, her, it, they. Not sure? I guess that's up to you. But if you decide to use this very highly unique character for this sci-fi dungeon delve, there are a few things you might want to know with how the character file folders are laid out. First, I would like to point out the 3 points of tracking. The 3 trackers that are set up. There is one at the very top here which tracks your health, and the 2 on the bottom will track your current level, as well as where your experience points are at the moment. Now the game has a bag full of clips to keep track of these scores, and they clip right on. Let me show you. So you start the game off, this is highlighted, so you're going to be starting Snippy off with 12 hit points. That starts in right there. We are starting at level 1. We put that right there. And XP is currently at 0 because we haven't done anything other than waking up out of the cryo containers. So this is the way they're going to be starting the game. That's the way they're going to be looking. But that's not everything about the character sheet, as you can well see. Underneath your character's health score, you're going to find over here where each character is going to have their own separate unique abilities, and they will be right here. If you need to check armor, there's also a place right here, if you happen to get armor, that you're going to be able to track that. Now, below that over here, you're going to see your character's stats and ability scores. Snippy starts off very strong with a strength of 4. Speed and accuracy is a little below average with 2. And a little above average with the mental abilities, but then again, this is a psychic cow. There's some nice write-ups, some fun little, just gaming history, notes, background information for the character. And then this is where you're going to be keeping track of the stuff that you collect during the game. As you can see, each of the characters will have notes if there's something you need to know, such as this case, under weapon it says Snippy can use any class weapon as long as they have the appropriate harness equipped. No harness, no weapon. Armor, they can only use alien or specialized. They can get psi abilities or athletic abilities. And all characters have a backpack. And they're able to carry 1 piece of equipment per strength. So Snippy's starting off being able to carry a lot of equipment there. And the coffee stain is from the game. Just a little bit of aesthetics to really kind of make it pop and make it look really like a character file. Depending on the number of the players of the game, we'll change up and alter the starting equipment that the players will get. If this isn't your first run-through with the game, there are alternative sets more specific to each of the characters, and you may want to explore this. Now, setting up for the short campaign, you're going to be shown exactly what what's happening on each board. What I mean is, you're going to be shown in the rulebook for the short or the long campaign which tokens that you're going to be setting up. So the game has a lot of these chits, these little token pieces that you're going to have to be keeping track of during the course of the game. There is a lot of them. For level 6, where you're going to be beginning the game in the most subterranean level of the Dulce facility, the short game shows you that you are going to need these particular chits out. Now the first one, the number 6, is a portal. And these are teleporters, and these show you where the teleporters are on each level. Now the next one next to that is the computer terminal. You cannot use a portal until you've discovered where the computer terminal is. Smack dab in the middle of those 5 is the cryopod. Now, if members of your party get killed, you're going to have to know where the cryopod is on the level, and that is where you're going to be able to sort of respawn yourself from. But we'll talk more about that in the next video, our how to play video. And the final 2 that you see there are supply caches, chests, things that you're going to be able to find items in, things you're going to be able to loot. And trust me, you're going to want to find as many of these as you can. But I'm getting ahead of myself again. On the backside of all of these chits, you're going to find a question mark. So you're going to take the 5 that they told you about, and you're going to mix them up. Maybe if you're playing multiplayers, you could have the other players all come around and mix it up too, so that nobody really knows what chit is going to be in which location. And then you simply just look at the map, and it'll show you where your starting place is going to be, and how the other ones are going to be laid around each of the other areas. Like so. And then remember, you're going to have a lot of other tokens that you're going to want to have handy lying around, such as the initiative combat trackers for each of the enemy types that you're going to be facing during the course of the game. And don't forget, you're going to have your own trackers for yourself and your allies. You do get a chance to make allies in this game. And then you're also going to want to have handy a little spot for these particular tokens, because these tokens are going to be used when you have an opportunity to raise one of your attributes, or if possibly something bad happens and one of them gets lowered, in which case you would use the red side, and when you gain an ability, you use the green side. And as long as you have a space that is not green, you can put the appropriate one down, raising your abilities. But once again, I'm so excited, I'm jumping ahead of myself. And there are also tokens here, X side and radiation side. X side for if you have cleared a room, and radiation, well, you don't want radiation. I mean, and then make sure that each player has one of these handy double-sided cheat sheets handy, so they can keep track of what they can and cannot do during the game and during their turns. I love it when companies throw these in. The tower has been built. The boards have been set up. The cards sorted. The tokens and chits have been separated. The miniatures are standing by and ready. Yes, it is time. We have our characters and we're ready to go. So I'll see everyone for the next video, how to play Secret Unknown Stuff Escape from Dulce. Thank you everyone for checking us out on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. That's really cool. You go and see what we're doing over there. Half the time we don't know what we're doing over there. But thank you very much. And a great big shout out to everyone that's decided to go over to the official Two Gun Pixie Zazzle store and see what kind of nerdy gaming RPG style merch we have going on over there. Thank you for checking it out and seeing if there's anything there that you happen to like. And right over here on YouTube, this is where the real magic happens, my friends. Thank you everyone for watching our videos, for subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel, for sharing our videos, for liking, for commenting, and to keep coming back. Thank you so much. It means the world to us. And I'm your buddy, Big Johnny G, for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. And my friends, I am out of here. Woo, can't wait for the next video.
Thank you.